Hello, Keith here. We're playing Panzer Leader, Situation 10. We're on the bottom of turn 4. The scenario is the Arnhem scenario. The British are in the town of Arnhem. There's a river running through it, and the Germans are ringing the town, trying to eliminate the British from the town. The victory conditions are how quickly the Germans can eliminate the British. If the British can hold on, then then they'll get a victory. So quick review of the victory conditions. Uh, if the Germans are able to eliminate all the remaining British at the end of next turn, they'll get a decisive victory. Then 2 turns later, if they're able to eliminate all the British, they get a tactical victory. Turn 8, they get a marginal victory. If the only way a British can get a decisive victory if they are able to control 1 hex in the town at the end of the game. Turn 10, if it takes till turn 10, it's tactical British victory, and if it takes till turn 9, it's a marginal British victory. So if the British can hold on to turn 9, then they can get a level of victory. So we're on the Allied turn. There's no indirect fire. Now we're going to movement. Yeah. Now we're going to the movement phase, I believe. Let's see. Okay, combat. So it's combat phase. So we're at the fire phase. So what I'm gonna do, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in. Boom, boom. Okay, so I'm gonna move. I have a British infantry south of the river. They're gonna move further into the city where the German uh, armor can't fire at them. So that unit moved. And this unit, I should do the same thing. I'm going to move him right here. And this unit's going to go over here. Maybe I should have did this a little bit earlier. So now the British are moving into the town where they won't take fire from the Germans. Okay. They're dispersed. I think they can still move. But if they stay there, they're just going to get destroyed. Do I want to go down there? 1, 2. Go right there. Dispersed units move. Let me double check. Rules of play. Movement. Okay, dispersed units may not move. Okay, just had to double check that. Okay, so that and those two are okay. So that's where the units are after movement. Now close combat. In the town, I have a rifle platoon against some mortar squad. That'll be a 2 to 3, so that'll be a 1 to 2. -2 for the close assault, +1 for the city. So I gotta roll 1. Okay, so it's gonna be 1 minus 1 is a 0, 1 to 2 odds. So that unit is going to be dispersed. So the British Rifle Squad was able to disperse. Oh, no, the British can't fire on their own unit. Okay, I think that's going to be it. I should. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's going to be it for the Allies. So we're going to be going on to turn 5. So for the Germans to get a decisive victory, they have to wipe out the remaining British units by the end of this turn. I don't think they're going to do it. I think what you're probably going to get is probably a tactical victory. That's tactical, decisive, and marginal. I think the Germans are going to get a tactical victory. I think the British are going to survive this turn, but I don't think they'll be able to survive 2 more turns. Okay, so now we're going into the German turn. And combat, air, and movement. Oh, yeah, at the end of the turn, these two dispersed units become undispersed, so I forgot to do that. So at the end of the turn, those units become undispersed. Let me just double check. So question is, when do units become undispersed? Let me pause. Okay, it's right on the, so at the end of the owning player's segment, his units become undispersed. So that's why I flipped the British units to undispersed, because at the end of their turn, they would have been flipped over undispersed. Just want to make sure I'm recording. Okay. So the fire phase. So the Germans are going to pour fire on that engineer and that rifle unit. And I have them firing them. So they're going to take a lot of fire right now. It's going to be at least 4-1. So we'll have 10. Nope, wrong one. So this will fire for 10. And this will fire, then I'll give it 40 total. So we have 40 total. 40 is 16 and another 20. 40. So I have 60 total. 16 times 2. I need one more unit to fire. This unit's going to fire. I want to get that 4-1. So it's going to be 4-1 plus 1. Actually, I didn't because, yeah, I already multiplied that. 20. Yeah. 40. Okay, there you go. So it's 4-1 plus 1. So that will eliminate these two units right here. And that's big. Delete, Control D. Okay. Any more targets? So the Allies push deeper into the city. I don't think they have any, the Germans have any targets. Yep, and combat comes before movement phase. The only question, there's a, just want to check that. No, that's last site for all the other units is blocked. Okay. So now the German movement phase. German movement phase. Okay, so this unit, so the rifle units that are outside of the city are going to enter the city. 1, 2. I'm going to try quick time for a third. No, I can't. Quick time again. Okay. Man, I hate going over the bridge. Yeah, I can do that. That's no problem. They're going to cross that bridge, and even if there's opportunity fire from the Allies over here, the Allies have one rifle squad, and the Germans rifle squad's defended in 8, so it'd be 2 to 8, it'd be 1 to 4 straight up. So they're not going to worry about that. Those units didn't move. Actually, at the end of the other turn. Okay. So they're going to go 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to try to cross these bridges. And that's going to leave the German infantry vulnerable. So, okay, so now I can bring forward. I don't like to bring forward the armor into the city because they become targets. And they're very, very bad targets. But I'm going to start moving the armor into the city. 1, 2, 3. And the self-propel gun. 1, 2. And this little mortar unit's moving up. I'm going to keep that there. So this unit right here is going to load aboard the wagon. 1.5, so they're going to go forward. They're going to try going forward. This mortar right here, I may as well get something to do. So it's going to be 3 to 1, no modifier. So I have a mortar, British mortar unit in Arnhem. There's a wagon that's trying to tow this 88 millimeter into the city, and the mortar's going to fire at it. I actually should have left it there because I already was spotted. But okay, so it's going to be 3 to 1 with no modifier. 3 to 1 with no modifier. Yeah, that was dumb. And those wagons are toast. And that unit did opportunity fire. Okay, what other units? Well, I'm stopping that unit from going forward. 1, 2. I don't think you can do double time. It's mortar. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, so I'm going to start moving my armor up. So the tigers are coming into the city. 1, 2, 3, right there. Again, I'm careful to have my armor units in the same hexes. 1, 2, 3.5. I'm careful to have my armor units in the city with infantry. That's always a good deal wherever you are. Whatever you're doing, it's always a good idea to have your armor. If you're going to have armor in city hexes, have it with infantry. I have a couple howitzers. These howitzers here are going to load up on the wagon. Okay. Just checking to see if OBS is working. All right, so this right here, it would have had to have moved to do opportunity fire. A unit would have had to have moved at least a unit opportunity fire. Yep. So a unit has to use at least 1/4 of its movement allowance. Its movement allowance is 3, it moved 1. So would be eligible from opportunity fire from that hex right there. Now that was an 88. Okay, I'm just going to go on, but I made a mistake there. I loaded up an 88 in the wagons, and I moved that 88, the German 88. An 88 millimeter would take the can't load and then move. However, these units, I have a couple units that are 20 millimeter, and they can load and then move up to half their movement allowance. And fractures rounded, so that would leave that 1.5. So expends up to half its movement allowance, fractures rounded up. So both of these will lose 1 movement point. So they have 1 left. I think I can use a road movement right Maybe not for wagons. Question is, can I use a road movement rate for wagons? I'm not sure actually. I'm just going to move one hex. Okay. And I have this one right here. I'm just going to leave a half track behind. Okay, so that's it for the movement phase for the Germans. Now we're going to have, okay, so the question I have, can wagons use the road movement rate? Make sure I'm on. Can wagons use the road movement rate? Oh, excuse me. Shoot. Okay, testing. So I'm going to look at the terrain effects chart. Road. It says 1/2 move point to enter from another road hex of the same road. Okay, so wagons can use the road movement rate. And that wagon will. Okay. I'm not going to move the half track forward. It wouldn't make much of a difference anyways. It can't close, well, you can do overruns, but can't close assault. And the half tracks are infantry weapons and they'd be against armored targets, so really won't be able to do much. So now we go to the close assault phase. So now I have a whole bunch of German units in the city, and they're going to be close assaulting the British units. So I just want to double check. Can I move in close assault? Okay. So as long as they're not transported by a vehicle, units can move in close assault. Okay. So I have in 4 different hexes. Okay. I have 4 different infantry units over here. So 4 different rifle platoons. German rifle platoons are going to attack the British rifle platoon. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So it's going to be 2 to 1 minus 1. And that eliminates this British unit. I got to mark all those fired. Oh, okay, it was a little bit more than that, but. And right here, I got 3. I got 1 to 2 minus 1 over here. So I'm going to roll 1 to 2 with the 2. That's a dispersal. And last but not least, I have 9 to 6. So I have a 1 to 1 minus 1 with all these units doing a close assault. And 1 to 1 force, so that'll have no effect. So that's going to be it. The Axis won't get a decisive victory. However, they have 2 turns to eliminate 2 rifle squads in a city. Actually, 2 rifle squads and a mortar squad. And they're outnumbered. So it looks like this is going to turn out to be a German tactical victory. So I'm going to keep playing, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a German tactical victory. Now, if I'm the British, I don't know if I would have had all my units on the outskirts of the city. I might have had them pull back into the city more, maybe. And I think I should have moved. I had an artillery piece right here, anti-armor. I should have moved that into a safe location. And maybe had the engineers back here as a quick reaction force. But anyways, we're going to play it out. But it looks like the Germans are definitely going to win. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Allied part of turn 5. Alrighty. So now we're on the Allied part of turn 5. And really, the Allies only have two squads. And we have this mortar squad, which is, they're definitely going to be wiped out within the next turn or two. And also last turn, this, is that 150, the 150 millimeter? I should have had that load onto the wagon last turn, but it won't make much of a difference in the outcome of this game, I don't think. Okay, so we have the Allied turn. There's not much the Allies can do right now except lose their units. Okay, combat here. So they're not going to do combat because there's only one unit who would be eligible to do combat anyways. Can't do much movement. There'd really be no point in, well, I mean, they can, I have one of these British rifle units in the city. It can just move one hex into an open area in the center of the city, so it won't receive any fire from that Panzer. I guess I can do that. It's about the only thing I can do, really. Okay. Fire phase. My British mortar squad in the city. Already opportunity fired, so it can't fire, and I have a dispersed unit in the city, so they can't do anything. Move the opportunity fire, and that's it. That's it for the ally phase. So we're going to go on to next time. We're going to go on to the Axis turn 6. So the Axis have 2 turns to eliminate these 3 British units to get a tactical victory. If they do it within the next 3 turns, they get a marginal victory. If the British survive for the next 4 turns, I ought to resign my commission because there's only there. British are severely outnumbered, as in real life. This is a replay of the Arnhem situation. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.